What's up? Making fun of Magabon and Dan Marino can only get you so far. And since I'm so excited about the upcoming UFC 83, I figure I might as well just give my picks for the whole thing. Unlike most people, I don't claim to be the most knowledgeable MMA fan or the most insightful. I mean, they sit up there, they do the whole card. I'm only doing the main card because, frankly, I'm watching it on pay-per-view. I'm not seeing the prelim card. I really don't care. I mean, they're preliminaries for a reason. Step your game up, and maybe you can make it to the main card too. Like my boy Nate Quarry versus Caleb Starnes. Two Ultimate Fighters getting it on. I've seen a couple of Caleb Starnes fights. His last few major ones were with Alan Belcher at UFC 77, and of course, Yushin Okami. And one thing I noticed is, like, the dude, he's really good at a lot of stuff, but he's not really great at anything. I mean, yeah, he has some good ground game, but he hasn't really shown the strength to really take it to the ground. I mean, a good striker can really tool him up. And Nate Quarry, I mean, he's fought through a lot of injuries. He's taken a lot of Rich Franklin almost killed him, but I think he's come back. He's a tough guy. He's shown he can take damage. He seems to be a lot more mentally stronger than Caleb Starnes, so I'm going to give this one to The Rock. I think The Rock's going to knock him out probably in the first or second round. Okay. Put that down for TKO or KO for Nate Quarry. And next up, we got another Ultimate Fighter. In fact, the Ultimate Fighter, Mac Danzig. He's going to take out Mark Bocek. Now, one thing I like about Mark Bocek, he has really cool red hair and really pale skin. In fact, if you look at him, he looks just like his country's flag. He looks just like the Canadian maple leaf. This guy is patriotic, and he's going to come in front of his town, and he's going to take on the Ultimate Fighter. But unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be a good start for Canada, because Mac Danzig, I mean, even though his hair is not as cool, even though he did come off as kind of, a little arrogant on the show, dude's a fighter. I mean, he's put down a lot of fights, and, he's finally now getting his shot. Dude is, and on the show, he was just running through people. And he's going to go Danzig all over Mark Bocek. I think this is a first-round submission right there. Put that for a submission for Mac Danzig. That will make Canada like 0-2. But not if you count the prelims, but you know how I feel about prelims. Moving right along. It's going to be USA versus Britain. Let's see if Britain can get this right. After 200 years, you figure we owe them one. But anyway, it's going to be Captain Miserable, Charles McCarthy, going up against Michael Bisping. Now, Charles McCarthy, I don't know too much about him. I don't dig that far back. I know he was on, this is of course another Ultimate Fighter matchup. McCarthy being on the Season 4 comeback, and Michael Bisping being part of Tito's team in the Ultimate Fighter 3. And Michael Bisping, he's coming off a loss to another Ultimate Fighter. Wow, I've said Ultimate Fighter a whole lot of times in this video. But in any case, he's coming off a loss to Rashad Evans, and not only did he lose the fight, it also made him drop a weight class, and here he is as his debut at 185. I think Michael Bisping is going to take this one. Charles McCarthy, I think, is built for him. He's ready. He's almost kind of like Caleb Starnes, just not really a whole lot that sticks out, but I think he's better at everything than Caleb Starnes, and I think he's going to take out Charles McCarthy, make him even more miserable. And that'll bring us to another big fight. It's going to be Rich Franklin and Travis Lutter. Rich Franklin coached Ultimate Fighter. Travis Lutter won the Ultimate Fighter. He was the 185-pound champion of the Ultimate Fighter 4, and he ended up losing to Anderson Silva, and he didn't even get his promised title shot because his ass couldn't make weight. And that brings us to a whole new drama. It's not whether or not Travis Lutter will win, or Rich Franklin. Will Travis Lutter make weight? Can he do it? This is drama in and of itself, folks. Let's see. Making weight, but if he does make weight, he's got the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for your ass. They call him the Michael Jordan of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But against Anderson Silva, he kind of looked like the Michael Jordan, the version that played for the Wizards. It wasn't the same, And Rich Franklin, whew. he ended up looking like the entire state of Cleveland against Michael Jordan. Back in the day, you know, when Jordan over Elo, that's good. Only he did it with knees. And he fucked Franklin up so bad it was terrible. But this one is hard to pick. But I think Franklin's due. I think Franklin's a good fighter, and I think he's going to figure out how to stay out of Travis Luter's, you know, dangerous guard and his dangerous submissions and mounts and guard passing. I think he could try to keep this on the ground and knock out the serial killer, Travis Luter. In fact, Travis Luter, in the meantime, he better stop worrying about being a serial killer and worry about being a calorie killer. Lose that weight, boy. And that brings us to the main event of the evening. Georges Rush St. Pierre, GSP, Canada's own, Montreal's own. The hometown boy going challenging for the welterweight title to the man that defeated him almost 1 year earlier, Matt the Terror Serra. Now, one of the things that irritates me about this fight is the fact that no one seems to want to give Matt Serra any credit for his win over Georges St. Pierre. I mean, he didn't just beat him. I mean, he pissed on him, read him his rights, turned him inside out, turned him upside down. He beat him all over the place. Had him tapping from strike. Hey, stop hitting me, boy. Stop, I was just playing. I mean, he tore this fool up. And now everybody want to act like it didn't happen. Now, Georges St. Pierre, he is an athlete like no other. I mean, he is the future. I mean, even Matt Serra says he's the future of the welterweight division. He's one of the faces of the UFC. I think he should have won the first fight. He was supposed to roll over Matt Serra. But Matt Serra, he provides an unexpected, you know, just style mismatch for Georges St. Pierre. St. Pierre, as good as he is with striking, I don't think he wants to trade with Serra. Serra's got some brick hands. And, of course, GSP knows that. He doesn't want to get caught again, because if he does, we'll all find out that wasn't a lucky punch last time. He'll get knocked out again. And if he takes him to the ground, he has the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that should be able to deal with GSP's wrestling. However, though I love Matt Serra, I love both these guys. Though I just love to see Matt Serra shock the world again and turn the internet on its head and kick it. I think that Rocky can only do it so many times. I gotta go, instead of my heart with Serra, I'm gonna have to go with my head with GSP for the official pick. I think Georges St. Pierre is gonna win and become the undisputed welterweight champion, and you know, I think he'll probably dominate that division for years to come. But I would not be in the least bit surprised if Matt Serra was to do it again and serve us all right for you overlooking this man. But whether he loses or wins, I hope Serra just finally gets the respect he deserves that he's been denied. But, you know, just whatever. I hope it's all some good fights. Once again, my picks are St. Pierre, Franklin, Bisping, Danzig, and Quarry. The rest of the card, you know, I don't care. But hopefully they'll show one or two of them. You know, I could always use an extra fight. But until then, I shall see you all later. Thank you very much.